So let's get into it and break down the astrological forecast for the first week of April 2026. This is really the big question, isn't it? Are you on the verge of something amazing, or just trying to get through the week in one piece? Well, the cosmos definitely has a few things to say about that, so let's find out what's in the stars for you.
All right, here's how we're going to break it all down. We'll start with the big picture energy for the week. Then we'll dive into the forecast for each sign, going by their element. And we'll wrap everything up with a key takeaway to help you absolutely own the next 7 days.
So what's the overall vibe? Honestly, this week is a real mix. There's this incredible wave of creative energy hitting for a lot of us, especially midweek. But, and this is a big but, it comes with a strong warning to be super cautious with your money and to really think before you make any big decisions. It's all about finding that balance.
Okay, let's kick things off with our fire signs. For you, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, this week is all about forward motion. The energy is buzzing, and if you play your cards right, there are some pretty huge wins just waiting for you. First up, Aries. Your week is going to feel a little bit like a cardiogram, with some real high points and some definite low points. The week starts off a little shaky, but don't let that get to you. A seriously powerful creative breakthrough is on its way midweek. That's going to shift everything. Here's a key piece of advice, though. Try to hold off on signing any important deals until next week. And this is crucial. Watch your energy levels. There is a direct link between how much energy you're putting out and what's happening in your bank account this week. So please, don't burn yourself out. And now for the incredible Leo. For you, this week is a story about pushing past a slow start to grab some truly unexpected success. You might start the week feeling a little bit of self-doubt, maybe even some regret. But you've got to push through it, because victories are waiting in places you would never expect. Now be ready for a little tension from close family around the middle of the week. But by the weekend, trust me, the wheel of fortune is spinning right in your favor. So what it all boils down to is this. Your intuition is your superpower this week. If something feels wrong, it probably is. Trust your gut. And rounding out our fire signs, we have Sagittarius. For you, this week is all about wisdom, making smart moves, and really connecting with people. Don't be surprised if you have to spend a little money at the start of the week. Think of it less as a loss and more as a smart investment in your future. Midweek is the perfect time to make peace with someone or sign an important agreement. Then, as the week wraps up, you're going to feel this huge surge of creative energy. And you'll finally find the strength to cut ties with things that are just holding you back. People are going to be coming to you for advice, so just trust what you already know. You've got this. Okay, so from all that fiery, passionate energy, we're going to ground ourselves in the world of the earth signs. For Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, the focus is shifting to things you can touch and feel: money, work, and the rewards that come from a steady, patient approach. All right, Taurus, your key word for the week is timing. Patience is going to be your absolute best friend. The week really gets off to a slow start, so please don't try to force anything. The real movement and the best time for those big decisions is going to come toward the end of the week. You need to pay very close attention to your finances midweek. Be wary of anyone who seems a little too interested in your money. And be open to new people. Someone you meet this week could end up being a huge help to you down the road. And now for Virgo. Your mission for this week, should you choose to accept it, is simply to let go. This is so not the week to micromanage everything, or to push against closed doors. Right now, your analytical mind just needs to take a break. The universe is literally asking you to trust the process. The more you try to control things, the more frustrated you're going to get. So just surrender to the flow. You'll find that things have a funny way of working out exactly as they're supposed to. This is a week for faith, not for force. And now for Capricorn. This is a pretty significant week for you, and it's all about new connections and your own personal growth. Keep your eyes wide open at the start of the week. You're probably going to meet someone new, and this connection could feel really, really important, maybe even karmic. That energy of change just keeps building into midweek, making it a powerful time to make a few adjustments to your life's path. By the weekend, you'll settle into this lovely, calm state, totally ready for a fresh start. The most important thing for you have to make sure people are hearing what you're actually trying to say. Clear communication is everything. Okay, let's shift gears and float on over to our intellectual air signs. For Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, this week is all about what's going on in your head, your social connections, and navigating some really critical choices. First up, Gemini. Your week has this fascinating push and pull, a huge opportunity on one side and a really serious warning on the other.
Okay, so check this out. On the one hand, you could see a sudden, very welcome boost to your finances toward the end of the week, but, and you need to hear this, there is a huge cosmic red flag waving. You are at a major risk of falling back into an old, negative pattern or repeating a mistake you've made before. The potential reward is high, but man, so are the stakes. You've got to be mindful.
And now, Libra. Your focus this week is all on your own personal power, setting boundaries and making choices that are 100% your own.
You're starting the week in a super strong position. You've got luck on your side. But you really need to keep an eye out for people who might be trying to influence you for their own reasons. This could all lead to a relationship ending near the weekend. I know it might be painful, but it's a necessary karmic clearing. So here's the bottom line. This is your week. Make your own decisions, and do not be afraid to draw a firm line in the sand.
And rounding out our air signs, we have Aquarius. You are set for a really powerful week, but it's all about knowing when to hit the gas and when to hit the brakes.
You come right out of the gate swinging this week with some early wins and this great feeling of being in total control. An unexpected chance to travel might even pop up midweek. But listen closely, do not start anything new late in the week. Your energy is much better spent resting and recharging. The theme for you, even messy, chaotic progress is better than just standing still. Keep moving forward.
And finally, let's dive into the deep emotional currents of our water signs. For Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, the themes are all about intuition, relationships, and events that feel like they were touched by destiny.
Okay, Cancer, your week is a journey, really. It's about moving from anxiety to productivity with a little visit from your past thrown in.
The week might kick off with a case of the jitters, but I promise that anxiety is going to dissolve really quickly. It'll lead to a calm, super productive midweek, a fantastic time for both creative projects and handling any official business. And a little heads up, someone from your past might just pop back up, bringing an old lesson with them. It's all part of a bigger renewal for you, but be careful not to overload your plate.
Scorpio, your week is all about a powerful inner transformation that leads to a pretty major reward out in the real world. You might start the week feeling a bit quiet or even doubtful, but that time you spend looking inward is actually setting the stage for a massive breakthrough. By the end of the week, you are set to receive what I can only describe as a gift of fate. This could be an opportunity, a person, or an event that just shows up out of the blue to launch you forward in a really big way. Be ready for it. And for our final sign, Pisces, your week is a total whirlwind of sharp decisions and moments of quiet reflection with a very, very interesting financial forecast.
Pisces, you're going to be moving fast, making big moves, and then suddenly pausing to think before you surge ahead again. But the most unique thing about your week is your finances. It's like a mirror image. If you have a dip at the beginning of the week, it could mean a surge at the end. Or a strong start might mean you need to be a bit more careful as the week closes out. It's a very unusual energy.
So, we've looked at all 12 signs. What's the big picture? Let's boil it all down to the key lessons that we can all use to get through this week successfully.
Okay, first, harness that creative energy. There is a powerful wave peaking midweek for so many of us. Whether it's for art or for your career, be ready to ride it. Second, question outside influences. A huge theme this week is the need to listen to your own gut, not to what other people want from you. You have to trust yourself. And finally, know when to rest. We saw so many signs with a high energy start followed by a warning to recharge. Pace yourself. This week is all about finding the balance between doing and being, and listening to that voice inside you above all the noise.
Ultimately, this week really boils down to a choice. It's all about having the courage to listen to your own inner guidance and actually follow it, even when other people are trying to pull you in a million different directions.